State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Evans. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Murray now to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A pass underneath for Fournette, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. Gets past one man, and he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. On 2nd down, Mostert able to avoid him at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it. And one
touchdown, 49ers! Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Murray's throw on target to Godwin here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
To throw, it's Murray. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This is Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Being chased out left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
Let's go, baby.
So we have come to half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down, here's Mostert again. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Mostert will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
Come on, fellas. At their own 32-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
201 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Mostert.
And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They'll try to run this one in. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense, And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now from Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's complete, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now this throw caught left side. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and it'll be second down.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Murray going to try to throw on third down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.